to use a new name and pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually, all without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Stories like this are why, shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender ideology. I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth. And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie. And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you. Because we're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out. And it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone. And we feel so much better for it, don't we? Don't we feel better? Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations. And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services. What a difference. And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job. Thank you. We're joined tonight by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that call of duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a 6-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA. And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets. Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA. And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places, they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim, right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it. Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1. But that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back. And we have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes. You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes. And I'm either very, very happy about that, or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you. He's doing a great job. Great job. And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it. We will keep you safe. We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very large piece of land and very, very important for military security. America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice. And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown that when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was. Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords. And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. $2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said, at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogle was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight. To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogle was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey comparator, was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. Two others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of two great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their two beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you. To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his three beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age, these workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities, These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond. And through it all, we are going to rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Shada Gani Dandana to Suzuki Tibungola Tetsu and the Genzum with Tamsheti, Pashichu Nigrang Lanason, and the Bani China Arena on the Loma Bongo de Ware, Sinzimba Tamshela, Yanuare, and the sons.
America Sinzi Sangme Sumshed Nadu Rimsak Shari in a Paji di Rina Chagmero Chigne. Anine America Sinzi. Sungshe Nambek, the Bezun Road Cheche, Zamzamla, Chikmami Super in the Timen Shungshep Super in the Timen Chizo Shungero, the Bezun Road in the Chingish Dandishunagri. That rig de Chingna Sungshe Guche, Nine Nedun Ketche Chung Manguchigal, Sungshe Nasko, Timendra Chire. Anidine Nanzu Chidan. America Sinji Sungshenadu Chi Chindida Gegap Shambek or Tundap Shipsago Sungri, America Sijutone. That rig Sungshedina, Chisi, the joy of Sungshe Nedun Ketche Shibraka Sumason. That Panama said the Yam America Gazuni Paral, Chunzis, Chulamji Soyari. That Ranja Kerso Lingis, America Tawajawi Seada, and Greenland Seadia, America Kun Tawajab to Chigisa. Shindi Cortindero Sus. Any Mangshe Tari de Bezun of the Netanjushu Shiri, Nisums da Yukiri, Sinzi Mangshe, Koran Dinatari, Bezun Pet, Chubdan Shumu. Tachik America Mami Subat in their Tromber of the day, and the manner Mika Shetwa. Nangye mi Duksu Shevata and me Mizando de Keta Tangme, that Simso Che, Lavatab Che, Deep Bezon Cora, 주변 시제 두수 싶이 다가간 친구. 다 닝도로데 코란 남주 접시 간수한테 다 아메리카데 나를 하고지 개버 수위스族群 지기 놈 등기 자가 소다든지 자수 지기 아니 치송든지 삼을 고대 잡이 간다 경기면서 다 시주된데 진짜. 닝도슈나.
그래서 도저들라 간다죠.
딱 알아 전바이나 신신 클린팅 그때는 진짜 다다바다 하는데 레카가 레와요 자 찬용하지만 또는 신경들 집에다 링보다 든지 송시대 지금 저도 망바다 안에 집돈다 찍대 지 최세 망본들 지단다바다 하는 거 고만요 삼성라지도 지탄지나 아리 미망다 죄초다 참에네 신신 랑기나 레와 가르 약을 고급 가르치 그러나 진 든제 죄초 공부는 제다 나다 초제가 가제트 매와자 나초다 야급다 미망 죄초다 시든 초바 정말 징지용이야 도시 치들한테 슈슈지 약그래 이나 신신 동로 참고 코랑게 의디 디자 지게 디자 랭구 배기요 가졌다가 랑셰도 다 신신 토차레 야나레 두나레 외쇼 팽켄다 마페 니차리 신신데 그런 아리 미망 참에 신신을 마도 지도 초배들 말해 이나 코랑게 배드데 차랑소 나소 나다 초제데 코랑게다 진도 담배 처와니 슈니마 레코 담체데 슈체보 도공 텔레 슈체lep스 배드 망수조바 차랑소다 아니 나소 신세 나소 용세데 하 레웨지 지그지야든 바츠 지가라 나마소 근데 송자지 아리 미망이나 레지 자치 통나에는 신신참가 더 야급 지주지야다 tum부지야다 안 학불다지 미망 지다 너바마칸도 추국타라 된정 고트야 된 동성신하네 내드는 지가 좋았어
맞소 아니 공호야 호마가 신진대 소근데 담셔낭디 갑라 다다 갈라고스 모고진케다데 초테 초나네 실로라 베 요다데 통요요에 다고 데링 찍베 소아 망조 초바그 단다스 제소팀에 지고
지다 딩원도와 신지기 딘데 숭신는 그 저조나라 디글람로보 야고요리 아니 소수 초다 임부스 독바 야고게 안까브리아 란제 가수슈야서 저르데 남주 도그르 디스타 땡게 말이 단 남주 도그 때 디패시 신지 오바마 급대 저조 미치기 깨깨제 그냥 깨지시에도 세 제제 디네션 고추제 때 도르침베스 침베 이내 신지 망체가 단다 도들라 소문을 실이 그 뒤에다 신지 임배찬에 장마직 뚱게로 제제 식주부인데 요말이 다 들이 신지 트럼프게 식주부서라 태가를 망주다 견조스 제제 아니 망주 속에 미소 명명체 아니 개수의 갭 신지 바이든 지달다 정말 주지 명명체면도 다 코랑게 내가 나와 다 딘데 할람 신지 냐마츠 딘데 신지 소벌 준주 딘데 숙침부 패치 중아이 나오
도스탄나 단다데
다 신진 바이든한테 만들어다 텐데 용거다 다 단다 아닌 지다 신지 트럼프게 코랑 송셰나 난게 망부지 용거도 다 깨와 아리가 깨와 정된다 원치 종용매 봐 로지나 마종바 마용바야 종무시 받는데 깨와 정된 게 단단 고주 바인지 찍대지도 양 타마데 코랑 그 담시 원에지 디샤와데 로웨카데 타마데라 지 로웨카데 원에다 타나베데 다 자초게데 데와 자컵즈와다 따데 찬리랑다 다 메코르치글람즈와 타나 다와나 소와다 마움바베데 마주베지 자카 미그마나 루토야 든데 찬리랑다 제지 망부지 장용데 야 아리 가와 정된 베데 샤차도 와다 달라바도 든데는 말해 이나다 코랑 그 제제 당당 때 망부 슈체 부지 셰소 다 이나지 선진 도는 좀 코랑 그 단도 이나지 외디 주장 레구 베베까지 때 삼도 그지 저 롬지 티는 단다지 탈마토의 망부지도 아니 가디 이나지 송셰나도 코랑 그딱 나도 베데 당부지소 삼체 때 나차디 슈지도 봐 동부 송셰나가 지 코랑 그 나차 슈지 칠로가 돈 터라데 배나 나베드 당부지 진이 수강기지 마뇨 배나 춤진레 콘다트즈 베드 다양이 야그레 당기 나나 신드라 베드 때지주 그면세 데도 슈치부터스
라서 데니공 단다 손셰다 치조 고아니 따당한 가서 워싱턴 DC기 상공 그 치소 지식 게차 소로와 단디 치소 니디랑라 망치슈데 야낭그나 동거 콜라 송송 유크레인 그 콜라 치 송송한테 공고 그때야 티스 다 유크레인 그 발시 고솔라 샤천치 조르손 티나라 발시 우르수다 냠도치 톰보치 용기요 바가 소르치 송송로
아래 디나데 유크레인 신지게 다 델람 체소지 이게 좋았음 비다 디나라 아니 유크레인다 시딜람나 줘야게 더바여 안 아메리게 갑교토네 가서 시디 용버시 제알라 트리유세시도 안디네 인자 신지 트럼베스나 안 우르소에 텐데 트리요리스 아니가 먹tul 가보 메스 아니 닌다르시 미똥다만고 시도워레스 디네 인자 만조디 잠샤오레스 아니 유크레인 스타일 가서 도선 시스템브레스 돌라 팀붐 로바 팀붐 숨장업 주스tam브레스 단 장가도 테스지다 딱다 대기 맵다 이네다 그런 거 소야 되지 아니 디 멤버 유럽 문전에 유크레인 문에 펜바 체민도스 유럽 문전에 유크레인 템비로바 체도데 딜레하가 도선 망제 우르수고 능녀제 대샤스제야 수대 유럽 견주제도 나오
디가 노스달라 카노요
다 유크레인 그 신진게 차디지 조려바다 그래서 눈동에서 봐서 포장가보다 가츠쇼를 야고 중요 말에 이나다 남든 차장다 시마 송대 다 이나가 다 처음에 냠시바다 산주나 가르통기와르즈나 지 부증게 군든 부증게 차진 다른 로야마 도지 유크레인 베드다 뭐 참석을 차라베드 덴자 송지원 갤레 메바 마음바 베드 유크레인 늪치나 자완이네 슈 조금 매와 슈야 멤버 데니 우르수 초차르 유크레인 사자 상마 안에 파 로모고에다 부증도 바다라 다 디토와 슈침보 로고도스 데스기도야 직당나 때다 젤렌스키 때 무튼 지기 인지든다지 코요나메나 따데 산인도와 고용 그래
그래서 때니 단다 결낭그 나돈 mampu 치가니 종을 다 종기 랑을 때게 요티쿠 앙장 mampu 슈직 송송로와 대소가서 다 산이 단다 도스달라 간에 송소 치체나 산이 대소다 티간라 심직그딘디 통그레라서 다나 신기야 가서 드링곤다 그 땀션 디나라 산이 무투네 따고야더니 가래가래 총소
또 산이 따고야 되데 다 게포테고사 로자다 주 로자다 니슈 로자다 숨치 로자다 죽치 로자다 든저베데 체다 사야다 범다 든다 망부지지도 되는 얘는 잠보인다 도고마 돈데 고 많이요 네마고나 매와 든데 시마라 너도 참마 산출레 콩카라 든데 산고바라 냠쇼바 참마 자용 그래 든데 원에 매와 있나 산이에 토용 그래 너도 참마 가서 산이 따고야 지래 다 도공기나 개체쇼지 야지다 아리다 학벌도 야나가 고급스나 든다도 든세 가시지 소소 때가르스나 아리베데 잠닝가 남시 차주 배기완데 가동되게 진이 공내 치텐지기 연스 대지그레다나 창마베도 숙진 탭그레 데네 아리 잠닝 토텐직주 공내 탱기 연스소 단 대지나 아리 텐차르제나 더 고급데 차창 땡고티에데 야나가 톱그레 다다가나 신가 아리베데 냠데 자츠고 로아미 톱단게 디공내 치텐지기 연데스소 단데 심제 토바이나 단데 창마 아리는 고치 체마트나 야나가 고치 초초제 아니 로송당야 야나가 domjo리아레 야나가 고급 첨보지 내 정말 아리 도공 탱긴 소소 아리 문에 템바이나 야나가 고급 첨보지 데레 다 단다바드지 코리그란데 통해 신진 바이든 그 용게다 로코베다 num라데조 베드지니 다 num가야라데조 망부지지여는데 참마다 출로동야가 당기에서다 동 소소아
나슬스 그거가 샴바야 드링그 치소니그 송샨디나라 야낭그 나돈 도나시 고야든지 컨디션스
다 야나그네 돈 도와치고 도와여지기 다 총적 디르바 총적 디나네 다다 야나체 캐나다체 멕시코 고제게 위사저바 다디 직시도 밀 나오더죠 다 야미찰라다 칠로찰라던 사마 체침부 geb제 직내 치존디 수용야 각동체 니네 체geb주 체데 아니 아메리카 밥 로바 딘데 직 벤족 시주 레라버루지 이네 14고 때도 디 딘데란 레라버 아유스무도 고제geb주 베네 게미찰라지데 아메리카 레미나 퇴퇴버스 잡고 와라. 퇴퇴버디 수제거는 개미 제거 말다. 퇴퇴버디 대 아메리카날 뉴존 칭의 미즈 퇴지 제고 와리. 그 직시도 계지시도 퇴지 개미간 법규에서 전담을 수수미만 제고 와리. 다 제가 뉴야한테 테스트 하고 봐.人工 치료고 할때 이내 덥시드 운에선 소법규에서는 퍼주얼 지고 레미도 소수미만에 덥시고 다 이내 단도 신지 트럼기 그런 삼도단단데 가르스는 고대의 망스텝 안 흉을 법지 치료 치비나 아니 강에 망고치 상도 그랬어. 다 이내 등득이 벤저도단데 뱀스게 다 나무 지도도 맨다 나무 지도에는 얘들이 잘라지 파트 수제 디네 잘라 파주 집을 접시하지로 와. 다 대상기 벤저도단데 긍지되네 용지 첨부유사 고대 지고게 벤저네다 교 남산 트로스 마시브 로시멘토스.
그래서 이 간이 그거 단다 컨디션이 gyarnang ari gyarnang ne chule ina tanda kungu kalente ta gyanak ta jiwa yopa ga sonshe kola sonso taran jigidu ani to septala taran tanda gyarnang kola ro shamba tanda chal chayang kola sonso ani hopta te chogul hopsu korsha son shangle thonki ga kola she son hanze ga korsha son ani phomo dande zogi mingbo tanda de zogo sonso shamba kare kare ya
但是这就是当的张华能现在长嘛蹲的有，但听到的我那句的sem就过来，干啥子说呢？但我那句阶段的铺一那铺的保姆一那保姆的，但对我那句这个去年的你马干那要我要的，没说说人多把几个要的，安尼就的铺的保姆就跟保姆的铺就跟都是这安尼，特别的马个米了、合着了，这这门人多人听到呢，比那的吃不了嘛嘞，他的。 이나타도 지종나는 비기인스기도아. 대종원에 샘티오고 고야지라. 미뉴뉴지나 고 미지레 고 톱당지요아래. 망조제한테 망아 뜬고거다 뇽아가 톱당때 아니 지 즈고야때 망조가 자동기 제슈지를 때지 원에 샘티오고 고야라지 종소 삼게. 드네 자태자가 되래. 다 자태자가 되서 오마 아니 아골 템범 야자 죽주대 아니 장고기요 때 작사때 차세요래. 다들 신진 참가하는 게 레디 당보에는 자체적인 자와에서 펜토시다 중요스. 다들 단계가 작고 요새 때 가르르스나 게시트 양체 파자 단계지 마투나 로 니토니 장가지 진짜 주지나 뒤초대 조조고요. 조조나 아니 자체대야 파두고. 자체제가 차랑서 아주 정말 체제가인데 제 손소라 탈투그 체대 작사때 다 축다 참말했다. 아구 동실다 동실 그 낙보 대소레마도 다 지금 미만 주마데 차버려 말했다. 지금 게시자가 있는 뉴뉴지마다 자니자 동자 지들마도 원에 탈뚝 작사데 아리 조던 추다 아리 미만 멤버 그는 거 자차 찍대래. 다때 락렌 탈거다. 다때 할람 창마다 숙진 최슈지 대 그래 야급 근존주 불른다다 마렌도야 안 든다 지자가 와이나 디 가원에 쓰고 그래 다 직당나 다기 망수 촉박에 대 알고리즘 콩을 지와 단다 산주나 토요 코랑기즈로 자체제가 요도 내가고는 메모 쪼듯서 뺐대 용가 만지로 그런 때제가 도제 때려도 와
라슬라서 아니 넘버 2차 가든 책은 가서 대공공다 추초 조송 아니 시탄든지 신즈가 탐샤제디 갑라 디토라니 망초 촉바데 소고야 셰줄람나자 ngorgogat니 적탄 페르샤바데 소 단다 무투네 산제딜람 칼라 조고도 디콜랑아츠 산니 돌랑 슈게인 산니 칸